Welcome back to another 3 films reviewed in 3 minutes, and today I have 3 good films for you, starting with The Groundstar Conspiracy from 1972. This is a very interesting, very odd mystery science fiction sort of spy Cold War thriller, opening up with a big explosion and bloody imagery and a government cover-up. This film looks very promising from the very first minute, and I would say the first 30 minutes are really good, where this mystery with this guy who survived the explosion but doesn't remember who he is gets involved in this secretive government investigation into what actually went down here. And the more you get involved in the story, the more you learn about who this character is and what's going on behind the scenes. I would say the film loses a bit of its steam. It doesn't really grind to a halt. The pacing is still sort of good, but in the mid section of the film is not as engaging. The ending is quite good, though I will say where they take this plot and all the reveals, they could have done more with it, or they could have done something different with it, or they could have a better execution to it, because I do think it's a good movie, but I don't think it really ends up as well as it could have been, because the first 30 minutes are really, really good. There's a reason why score is so low on Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb, but I can recommend it. Next up with Generation Kill from 1976, where the commander of this elite special forces, played by Nielsen, goes AWOL in the Philippines, and he has a lot of information that people want from him, and also the second in command is sent after him to get this information and to kill him, but a lot of things happen on the way, and Filipino mobsters get involved, and honestly the plot really doesn't matter here. The plot is a bit confusing, it doesn't matter. What you need to know, this is a Pinoy martial arts film with Leslie Nielsen. There's a lot of action, a lot of martial arts, and it's a blast. It's a shitty film, but it's a good shitty film. Finally, we have Loophole from 1981, where Martin Sheen plays this brilliant architect who lives a luxurious lifestyle, and then suddenly when he loses his job, he has to find a way to still support this lifestyle. And having tried everything, he gets contracted by these marvelous thieves who employ him as an architect to draw plans on how to break into this most impenetrable vault in the United Kingdom. And he's a straight guy, he's very reluctant to break the law, and will he take up the job? Watch the movie and see. I think this is a great film. It is very underrated, as with the other films I reviewed here, but it has a good plot. It has great acting, and it has not just an excellent final act, but the entire 40-50 last minutes of this film, meaning half of the film, are intense. They're thrilling. So much is happening. Like, I was sitting in my edge of my seat, I could not take my eyes off the screen. This is a very intense, very good film, but not intense in the very fast-paced sense. It's very intense in a good thrilling way. So that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you feel compelled to see some of these movies yourself. I can recommend all 3 of them. And all the movies are free on YouTube, mostly uncensored. It's not the best quality, but you can watch them right now. All of these films have really poor ratings, so I understand that me recommending them might seem a bit odd, but I like them. Maybe you won't. Maybe I'm just the odd fella here who doesn't agree with IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes ratings for these movies. Anyway, if you want to see more of these videos, you can subscribe. You can also check out my main YouTube channel where I do full reviews. Links in the description. Bye.